Legend of War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as Attain going up against a Black Ark Admiral from Nagaron. So I want to read out the email that this guy sent in, give a bit of context as to why I want to do this. So he says, I usually kill off half their army by the time they get to mine, but my lord and hero get caught by their cavalry which kill my hero and lord in 3 to 5 seconds. Anyway, I can usually kill half their army by the time they get to mine, but once they get to my army, they decimate mine. My anti-large Sea Guard seems to do nothing against Cav, and their monsters, and also the bolt throwers are the most useless unit in the army by far. They can't kill anything, and when they use single shot, they just don't hit. I don't know if you can pull this off or not, but I imagine you can. Be interesting to see what you do. So, this would be a good example of how to use missile units in your army. So if he's using single shot, like single shot's okay, but it is actually way more effective to use the multi-shot against infantry. So what we should be doing is sort of things the other way around. Excuse me. Having the artillery aim at their melee units with multi-shot because they're better at that, and having the Sisters of Avalon or the Lothern Sea Guard shoot at the monsters because there's not that many of them. Now, the reason why they decimate him is because this is a high-level captain, and these guys boost their army by a lot. They've got magic attack, magic resistance, so that magic resistance there, that's working against us with the Sisters of Avalon because they do magic attacks. So, we would be to have more an advantage having physical resistance here. Physical attacks. So the amount of missile resistance is, it's only 25%, but you know, 25% of our strongest units are being weakened as opposed to just 10%. Yeah, that is a bit dangerous there. Especially when you've got units that have 45% missile resistance, like that. We're probably better off having the Lothern Sea Guard shoot it, but it's not that armored. Yeah, we should use a lightning strike here so that they get a -5 leadership penalty. It really won't do anything in this sort of situation, but doesn't cost you anything to do it, so there's no reason not to do it. Now, we've got some banners here. Let's see if we can apply them a little bit better. Like putting the Razor Standard on artillery. Okay, it's melee damage, by the way, so we're better off giving it to Lothern Sea Guard, I think. Immune to psychology, yeah. Give it to there. And this one here, it's on horseback, I think, because it's not a dragon, because I'm not seeing any dragon breaths there. So I'll give it to Eltharion. Alright, and we'll just see how we go. See if I can do a decent job. I really don't think we're going to win this without taking some damage. But let's try to keep his army's integrity alive by not getting any units wiped out. But yeah. Late game Black Arks can be a huge problem to deal with. Like you might think, oh, I've got one army, they've got one army. But Black Ark captains, they can boost their army better than some legendary lords because they give like bonuses to their entire army, like significant ones where they get increased damage, magic resistance, extra speed, I think. Let me just check that. Yeah, I think they give extra speed, but they also give like tons of extra melee attacks. So once they get to you, they rip you to shreds. Now, in terms of positioning on a Black Ark, the best place I've found to position yourself is in this situation. It's probably down here, but I think we're gonna want to move over to here as quickly as possible. I don't think we're going to have time. They're going to come at us pretty quickly. So, we want the Sisters of Avalon to form the back line, and then we'll want to do like a bit of a checkerboard. Okay.
Mage. It will be done. Ready. My power is yours. Wielder of the winds.
Okay, what this will do, what the checkerboard is primarily there for, is to ensure that your army inflicts maximum damage while takes minimum damage. Doesn't work well against armies with lots of artillery, but we don't have that to worry about here.
Orders.
Probably still going to get flanked around here, but they've got to go around there quite wide if they want to go do that, so that's up to them. But we can turn around in a moment's notice, especially if we're in square formation, rather than like a long rectangular box. So these three will turn around if any cavalry come around this way. So Eltharion's definitely going to need to tank. There's no two ways about that. He did say that they sort of wreck him really quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do here... What's their fastest unit in this army? Okay, his speed is 111. So as far as I can tell, the Doomfire Warlocks are the fastest unit. Okay. Alright. I'm going to do something that's a little bit risky. And we're going to use Eltharion as a distraction. Yeah. So what we're going to do is have him not stand near the army, but actually go around this way here a little bit. Get some of their units to chase us at the start. So that basically our main army here doesn't take the full brunt of the attack of this one here, while just avoiding, because Eltharion really doesn't have that much damage potential here at all, being on horseback. We can use magic while on horseback just fine, so it could be beneficial for us to just lure a Doomfire Warlock away for a little bit. And while that's going on, see if we can get a good Flamestorm in there, just to get rid of some of their infantry. Spreading out their army, the old divide and conquer stuff, can be really useful in this sort of situation. Okay, Doomfire Warlock's coming straight for the Fire Wizard, that's okay. Alright, so they've just got one unit of Black Guard of Nagaron chasing us, that's fine. Right, as long as she can make it back over to here before that gets to them, that's fine, because I don't think the Doomfire Warlocks are going to be particularly good against her. And if we can kill this one early, it's really good. Sometimes having your Lord or Hero at risk so that they go for it really early is very useful. This is looking really good. If we can take out the Doomfire Warlocks, because like they're best used in conjunction with their infantry units, taking them out early, very, very good. If we can manage it. Might get hit a little bit. But if we get out of this without it using Doom Bolt, that's good. Alright, so this Black Guard of Nagaron is now too far away to really participate in the battle. It's going to be over one way or another before they get here. So just with that little maneuver, we've taken out one of their units. We'll make it two of their units. Nice flame cast there. These guys are going to be walking straight into it. If we can get them to chase after the Fire Wizard in this direction here, so that they, like, don't charge into the Lothran Sea Guard right away. Basically give them some bait. Come on, come on. Nope, they don't want any of that. That's okay, it's okay. They're not interested. Checkerboard formation ensures that we got him. You turn around over here. Oh, they used Black Ark ability there. Okay, so Eltharion's arrived at the back of their army. Wow, damn, that did a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay, you move to the back now. Don't worry about Eltharion's abilities not necessarily being used. Okay, chasing after the Lord, the hero there, but that's okay. It's okay, and most of their army's been shredded now. Okay, focus on the Charybdis. You need to focus over here, actually. Okay, if you can get in closer, we can pop this down here. Just in time to not take too many casualties, and then move it out of there. And an apotheosis on you might be a good idea. Hold them back as much as possible. Okay, you guys need to be shooting at those dark shards there. See, look at this one over here. It's just too far away. We got incoming here. Need to get rid of that. Don't worry about the dragon. Don't worry about the dragon. It's okay. Definitely worry about the Black Guard of Nagaron there. Alright, give them a burning head. Like I said, don't be worrying about using single shot. It's just not effective. Not if they've got other infantry. God damn, that hits hard. No units have been wiped out yet, though. Okay, Eltharion, go after the dragon. Just try to keep it pinned down. Now, get this one out of there. Don't you rout. Okay, we need more shooters over on the dragon now. Okay, you need to get back. How are we going for Apotheosis? Let's pop that down on Athalion, because he's in danger. Okay, shoot at those shades. That'll be coming in. Man, this whole time, that unit just not showing up for them is so bad for them. Okay, Dragon's almost down. I don't think we've lost any units. Any units that are particularly badly damaged, let's just move them to the back here. This one's getting shot, but I can Apotheosis it. That's it, shoot that, that's fine. Go after the shade there. Don't worry about the Black Ark Captain. He's unbreakable and kind of hard to hit, just don't worry about him. Go after the shades. Not too much damage there. And there's the army losses. Okay, now you can focus on the Black Ark Captain. And this, like I said, this guy here would not show up to the battle in time.
The greater good.
So yeah, the Eagle Claw bolt throwers, they definitely do a lot of damage if you aim at the right targets. I don't recommend using single shot. Like 10,000 of damage is pretty decent. Oh, piss off. Is that going to come down or not? It might have been stalled because the battle's over. Okay. No units got wiped out in this.
Wielder of the winds.
Wherever I am needed. Penance.
So, use this opportunity here to just heal as much as possible. Obviously, that was a very dangerous army, but it was just about making sure that we took out all the right stuff at the right time. I think that went about as well as it could have gone. I mean, there's very little that you can do to dodge those Black Ark shots, especially when you're in the middle of shooting. Because it's kind of difficult to dodge them in the first place, and that does a ton of damage. Actually, you know what? The Blackguard of Nagaron are far less of a concern than the Shades.
Bleak, but unyielding.
One mage.
Yeah, have one of these.
Winds of magic rise.
So clicking and dragging can change the initial direction of the vortex spell.
I am ever ready.
My power is yours.
But yeah, I mean, the way that this was done was firstly understanding how the AI works. They do love to try to kill your heroes. If you understand what the AI wants to do, right? You have to understand the mind of your enemy. They want to kill your lords, so you have to give them your lords as bait, but not make it easy for them. So if they see your hero and they've got a fast unit, they're gonna go for it. And then you lure them into a trap, because once the AI smell blood, they just go for it. They don't back off, right? Which is what happened with the Doomfire Warlocks at the start. They made a horrible trade-off with that. They did a tiny amount of damage to the mage, and lost a very important unit. Because if that unit crashed into infantry, it'll die really quickly, right? But it will also dish out a lot of damage and cast a bunch of spells, which not very useful for us. That is. And oh, he's got regen. And if it had happened at the same time as when their infantry arrives, it's just super irritating.
Always ready.
So try to get their cavalry to chase after you at the start of the battle before their infantry arrive. Like I said, this guy here, he just didn't do anything in the battle at all. Alright, that'll do. And we got a heroic victory, yeah. So, just because it said valiant defeat doesn't mean we weren't quite significantly outpowered. Which we were, but we just break them apart a little bit at a time. When you're up against a superior enemy, you can't expect to, like, beat them head on unless you've got some sort of big tactical advantage, which we didn't. You gotta split them up. I feel like you need replenishment
Let
after that.
them build our defenses.
Seems like you've pushed
Sail
Nagarond
forth.
out of this. Oh, that's right. We were the attacker as well. Oh, what the fuck is this?
Unthinkable.
Ill-considered.
Oh my god.
Short-sighted.
Yeah, this will happen sometimes. Yeah, it's... Yeah, because the thing is, the longer that Nagaron survives and is able to keep doing extra Black Arks, I believe that their upkeep cost on Black Arks is completely free. So even if they own only one settlement, they'll just keep producing Black Arks over and over again. Because Black Arks, right, they reduce the upkeep cost, like when you have them that is, by 50%. But the AI already get like 50% reduced upkeep cost on legendary difficulty, so it ends up being 0% upkeep cost for Black Arks for the AI as Nagarond. So what ends up happening is the longer the campaign goes on, the more Black Arks they get, they become just an unstoppable tide because they don't have supply lines either, so they can recruit as many armies as they want. They will never pay a cent of upkeep for any of their Black Arks. I think that's roughly how it works. They just got mega bonuses because of it. So when you're going up against the Dark Elves, you need to take out their ports, because if they don't own any ports, they can't recruit even existing Black Arks. And of course, every time you defeat a Black Ark captain, they're only wounded. So that guy that we just defeated there, he'll be back in 5 turns. So that's not the last time you'll see of him. Anyway, that's the end of this one here. I hope you found this useful, entertaining, and helpful for your campaigns. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.